Okay, but why would any of that? Why would any of that?
Bro, I ain't finished. I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey, boy.
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm going to finish my sentence of my idea.
Nothing you're saying has got anything to do with the tweet.
Cool.
Hey guys, welcome back to Future News Network. Today we're going to watch Kanye West absolutely destroy Piers Morgan when he interrupts him in the middle of a sentence. The man's trying to think. Piers Morgan's just interrupting, nattering on him. He's trying to explain something. Won't let him get his thoughts out. Won't give the man enough time to get his thoughts out. Really inappropriate by Piers Morgan. He walks off the interview. Absolutely great clip. Love it. Stick around. Make 2 videos a day, guys. If you like them, please hit them with a like and a subscribe.
No, let me explain to you. I'm not doubting what you're saying.
You don't care.
I do care.
You don't care about me. You don't care about my people. I care about me. I care about my people. So it's for me to stand up. And God forbid I step on someone's toes while I'm at it.
It's not someone's toes. You stepped on the entire Jewish people's toes with a very deeply inflammatory tweet, which I think you've now accepted. You shouldn't have phrased that way.
You really should just let artists be artists. This isn't a politician. He doesn't have to live up to the same standards as everybody else.
It's taken a bit of time to get there, but I think you have accepted that, right?
Have you accepted that you've put no effort into understanding how I got there?
I don't think, honestly,
10 years from now,
honestly, I don't think there is any.
You're going to apologize to me about this interview.
I'm not.
You're going to apologize to me about this interview within the next 10 years.
No, I'm not, because
Piers won't. He never apologizes for much of anything, ever.
Because here's the thing.
Mark my words.
I don't doubt you've had.
It's very one-sided.
No, it's not.
It's very white-sided.
Oh, come on.
It's very one-sided. It's very like.
I really don't like Kanye using the race card. I mean, especially after everything that he said and done with being in the inflammatory statements that he says, you kind of gave up your right to be using the race card.
It's not white-sided. I'm not doubting you've had business issues. I'm saying the way to respond to that is not to go public to millions of people and say you're going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
Millions of people. Millions of people have had DEFCON 3 on their contracts.
Right. You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
And said, millions of people. Well, I opened it up. Now I didn't, but now I'm saying it now.
Okay, so now what I think you should say, I think you should say to the Jewish people, I'm sorry for the offensive language I used in that tweet. I wouldn't do that again. This is what I really meant. I think.
Well, it's a feeling. You know, the man had a feeling. It might not be the appropriate feeling, but why is this the only group of people you can't spout off about? You know, rappers are supposed to be dangerous. Rappers are supposed to give off an air of, what's the word? Thuggishness, in a way, right? They're not supposed to, like, why should he care about them any more than any other group?
People would respect you if you said that. I don't know why you can't just say that.
You know when I'll say it? When I sit down with the people who write out the contracts for the NBA and for the NFL and for professional music and for acting contracts. We need to go to the top lawyers, the top execs, the owners of the stadiums, the owners of the football teams, and the owners of the record labels. And we're going to put them all in one room. And we're going to read let's go top 10 in each one of these categories, right?
Yeah, he's just calling out contracting and exploitation of artists, which is huge. And it's been huge for a long time. Of course, he includes the fact that they're Jewish, but that's what an artist would do. Like you go back in the history, David Bowie called this stuff out. There's a lot of prominent musicians, artists, writers who've called out this stuff in the past. Maybe it's not entirely true, but you should have the right to be able to say whatever you want to say.
Right? Let's read Michael B. Jordan's contract.
Why would any of that? Why would any of that?
Bro, I ain't finished. I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey, boy.
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm going to finish my sentence of my idea.
Nothing you're saying has got anything to do with the tweet.
Cool.
It's funny. Kanye's kind of actually like a sensitive guy. He's kind of a sweetheart. He says some pretty brutal stuff, but at the end of the day, he's got that childlike curiosity mind to him. He allows himself to think how he likes to think, and he allows himself time to think through things. It's the same thing that Donald Trump does when he says he has the weave. He'll start in one place, he'll rattle on, and then arrive back where he wanted to be in the beginning. So you got to give the man some time to do that.
Oh, I was in the middle of a sentence, boy. Okay, so are you going to allow me to finish my sentence?
Yes. If you then answer my question.
Okay, so I'm going to tell people when I would apologize for the tweet. This is what has to happen first. I need all of the top executives in Hollywood. I need the top executives at the NBA and at the NFL. We'll do those two sports specifically. And I want the top executives in music, dealing with publishing, dealing with like Spotify and Apple Music and Universal Music and all the top exec. Let's do like 5 top execs there. And I want to look at the top 10 earners in each one of those fields' contracts openly. We want to compare and contrast the contracts. And then once we open that conversation, and we need to do it on a platform live.
A lot of people don't understand that Kanye West is a major insider. He has his fingers in all different types of business, and fashion and music and all these other different ventures of his. Like, he knows the industry very well. I mean, he's making millions and millions of dollars a year even after this scandal.
With lawyers asking questions, and we'll have the top lawyers like a Johnny Cochran, Robert Kardashian level legal team, looking at all of these contracts together. After that moment happens, then I will say, I'm sorry.
Michael Jackson talked about it. Paul McCartney of the Beatles has talked about it. Many of these major musicians talk about how their contracts are faulty. And he takes the leap to go to say that it's the Jews. I don't know if I would take that leap. Other people will take that leap. I'm not going to go all the way with that leap, but he decided to. And it didn't hurt it. It hurt him in a lot of ways, but he has garnered a different type of audience that respects that about him, that he was bold enough to say it, even if it's not true at all.
Okay, if that's your position. That's clear.
Interview adjourned. Love you.
The man needed a minute. Is that all right? Give the man a minute.
Okay, that's the end of the interview. I mean, I just get the feeling from you that you're obviously a complex character, brilliant in many ways, fascinating, like I say, compelling. You have a huge appeal to millions of people around the world. It just seems to me that occasionally your mouth gets you into trouble, and that perhaps on reflection, sometimes you look back and wish you hadn't said things. Is that accurate?
There's an organic nature to Kanye West. He says what he feels. He doesn't always filter himself. That's what makes good art. People who are constantly filtering themselves, treating their life like a test, those aren't true innovators. Those aren't people that have new ideas. Get out of your own way. That's what Kanye West does, effortlessly.
Nah, not really. Because the things I say are on behalf of God. Like, it's not always godly because I'm a man, but God is definitely using me. You're Catholic faith?
I am.
What's
yes.
your background?
I am
What's your
Catholic.
religious?
Catholic, yeah.
Well, we're working for God here, and it's just like with black people now with entertainment, we're coming into wealth, but all the other, black people with anywhere near my amount of wealth would never cross the lines of, taboos inside of the media that I would.
Absolutely. Kanye West does it all the time. He's called out problems within the black community for years. Abortion, no emphasis on schooling, all the things that, maybe more traditional conservatives would talk about and be canceled for in the past. He said in songs, going back to graduation, go back and listen to some of that old music. Even then, everybody thinks Kanye's changed. He was highlighting problems he saw within his own community, the black community, for years.
Actually, we used to in rap. all these words, we used to say these, so it's all these like words that are being removed from our vocabulary, words that evoke emotion. Don't you feel like the salt is being taken out of our food? You know, look at Dune. The people who control the salt controlled all the money. And people are trying to control the salt, and it's salt in our language. That's why I will not apologize for having a bit of salt in my words. I will say, hey, this can be improved on, but it's like, hey, look, I'm gonna update. You're looking at the God's iPhone 100. We are God's iPhone, right? If you think about it, we're his favorite creation. We were made in his image, and we need updates. And society, capitalism, media, and thought police have been stopping us from our updates. We have to have a thought, and then we have to actualize it. I like the word actualize better than execute, because execute's a negative word. We discussed this. We have to actualize.
Absolutely. What do you guys think? Did you like that? Do you think he was a little hard on Piers Morgan there with the interruption and whatnot? I thought he was doing just fine. I think you got to treat people well. And Kanye is a, somewhat sensitive man, and he deserves some respect. He's done a lot. He's a billionaire, or he's a millionaire. I think he might be a billionaire. Who knows how much money the guy's got now? They keep trying to take it away from him. If you guys like these episodes, please hit me with a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.